I knew one of them was up.
We don't even know. We don't even
look
know.
it up. So
I'm pretty sure he's like.
He's a fourth round pick.
I'm just saying, like when you get a guy that early, like obviously you're drafting him for a reason, especially a guy from Alabama who played in big moments. I think that just right now, I think he gets the nod. Obviously, they haven't even started like the really battles for positions and stuff like that. But if I was betting money on it, I would say that he's going to be on the field snap one first game.
Yeah, I meant to bring this up earlier, but another thing I'm excited about is the tight end room. I think.
Oh yeah,
I think hopefully now the Bengals have finally figured out what to do with their tight ends.
Dude, I know your boy Eric All, man. You got to be excited about that.
I do like Eric All. I like Gesicki a lot too. I think they got.
I'm excited to see Gesicki on this offense.
Yeah, they also got
McLaughlin.
McLaughlin, yeah. And I think that's I think Hudson might be out of the picture.
You think so?
It sucks, but they're not going to carry that many tight ends.
I think you can maybe trade him if he's going to be out of the picture. But I don't know.
What do you think you get for him though?
Like a 7th round pick, like 3 years.
Yeah, I don't think you really get.
I don't think you're going to get anything crazy now.
What did he get drafted?
I don't know. I looked on his Wikipedia and it didn't have it, so now I just had to look up draft.
I don't know.
Who are we talking about? I'm sorry, we're having issues with YouTube, so
it's all good.
What round was Charlie Jones drafted?
He was 131st pick.
Fourth, right?
Fourth. Okay.
I knew it was 3rd or 4th. I couldn't remember. For some reason, I thought it was 3rd.
I thought you said Yoshi at first. I'm like, oh, he's like a 6th round pick.
Yeah, Yoshi. He did say Yoshi. I thought Yoshi. I knew was like 6th, but yeah,
Yoshi was late 6th, I think.
Yeah, but he's super athletic.
Yeah, Princeton, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, track star. I mean,
man.
How does the rookies go through like rookie camp and then they join the team? Like they go to camp with the big guys afterwards, like the main roster.
Well, they haven't even signed their contracts yet, so I don't know.
Like, because I never really understood how that worked.
Well, they have like voluntary stuff first, I think, and then it's rookie minicamp, and then it's the team actual like mandatory training. At least I think that's the order, because the rookies are at the whole team one, but it's usually after the rookie minicamp.
That's why I didn't know how like what order it went, or like. I thought the rookies just did kind of like they introduced the rookies to like the drills and shit. They did their own drills.
You think you'd want them there as early as possible.
You would think, yeah.
Speaking of rookies, my dad met Josh Newton today at the airport.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Said he's on the 28.
Same flight as him.
The new 28.
He just sent me, like, I was at work, so all I saw was on my Apple Watch. He said new Bengal, and I'm like, I can't see who that like is. It's a small screen, like I don't know who he's talking about. And then he texts Josh Newton from TCU, and I'm like, okay, that's cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. But it's nice to see that. I think so far today, Amarius Mims was there, Chris Jenkins, Eric All, Tanner, Dejon, Anthony.
Was Burton there?
No Burton, no
McKinley,
and no Cedric Johnson. So
about 50-50.
Majority showed up. They probably got stuff going on.
More like
I mean they just really
I don't think it's required for them to show up today anyways.
Yeah. So, I don't think do you see the video of Mims meeting Burrow?
Yeah.
Dude, that dude is big as hell.
Yeah.
That dude is huge.
Yeah. Definitely.
Burrow's like, yes.
Yeah, I saw I was watching a YouTube video earlier. They're like, don't be surprised if Amarius Mims starts over Trent Brown. And I'm like,
that'd be crazy.
Never really thought about it, but
if he's better, start him.
I'd be a little surprised, I think.
I would be very surprised, especially week 1.
I mean, I want the best guy to start.
If he's better, start him. Like, I don't.
Yeah, you didn't pay Brown that much anyway.
Dude, Trent Brown's an 85 overall in Madden. I think you better start him.
I mean, yeah, you would think, but think about it. If they come out and actually Mims beats him for the spot, do you kind of give the veteran nod to Brown game 1 to kind of?
Yeah.
I think you do too, just because you obviously brought him in, probably with not the guarantee of starting because it's the NFL, it's a business, but with the notion that, hey, you're going to be our guy. We're probably drafting the next guy, but we want you to be that vet starter. I think it would be kind of wild. I wouldn't say it's impossible. I mean, it's the NFL. Things happen, but I would say I think Trent Brown probably starts unless Mims absolutely dogs out and his levels above him in training camp.
Yeah, you'd really have to see during the preseason, I guess, the snaps during preseason, which I wouldn't start Trent Brown in the preseason.
Don't even play him in the preseason.
I think Burrow should play in the preseason.
100%.
I feel like we always say
Mhm.
this, and then like the first 2 weeks, that's why we start slow. It's like,
Yo,
hey,
no,
don't
we
start.
need to get
I think
guys
At
in the
least,
preseason.
well, I think they played one drive last year, didn't they?
I don't think Burrow played at all.
Burrow
Burrow
did,
didn't
but
touch the
like
field.
most of the other starters, I think played one drive or something like that.
Yeah,
the
they
last
played
game.
one drive, but like
That's
They need-
not
they
right.
need-
that one drive is very scripted to be like run heavy.
Yeah,
and,
you need to actually get your guys going, to get that
Yeah.
kind of juices flowing, the chemistry going. Like a lot of new faces on this team. So
especially with your O line, they got to play together.
yeah.
You got some new faces. They gotta mesh.
Communication.
that and like
Key.
Burrow needs like game reps with his wrist. Like he needs that quick like catching the snap, release, and like you can do as much as you want in drills, but if guys not rushing you, like
Dude, the videos that we've been seeing the last couple of days though of him,
he's looking good. Yeah,
he's
He's
looking
looking
real
really
good. Real good.
looks like he put on some muscle.
He did. And he said he's gotten bigger. He said definitely bigger. Which pause. but I mean he's it's good to see though. Like,
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? That's
I think he's coming in with a mission this season, man. Like
He-
he hears it all.
yeah.
He hears everything that's being said about him. Is he top 10? Is he injury prone? Is he a bust? Is he this? Is he that? Like, look, mofos, when I'm healthy, I've been to the AFC Championship and a Super Bowl.
Dude, that's why I said
Like-
that run last year of just like right before he got hurt.
Let's calm down.
We should have won
everybody.
that Texans game. It was the run of the
Well,
Seahawks.
it's
the
like Nick Wright.
Niners.
Nick Wright was just talking. He's like, well, I mean, what did we see from Joe Burrow last year? Was he fully healthy? I'm like, when he was fully healthy, you knew he was fully healthy.
Yeah, you saw
You
that,
can tell.
four game,
that 49ers
that-
game.
yeah,
Yeah.
that 3 or 4 game. stretch right
49ers,
there.
Arizona.
No, it was Seattle, Niners, Bills, and because they went into San Fran and spanked them.
Jags?
I mean, Arizona, he was.
No, Jake Browning.
Jake Browning
Jag
played
game.
the Jags. Yeah, it's hard
But-
because I forget.
And then he played good
when
against
that
Texans.
actually
It's just
happened.
boys
Texans,
trying
he
to
was
drop
fully
that.
healthy.
and
And then that part of Baltimore, we were looking
And I
good.
think-
it was a
yeah.
good game.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
good
You
game.
could, you know, when Burrow's healthy.
yeah, like
If you want to know when Burrow's healthy, watch that 49ers game.
Yeah,
That's the only game you really need to watch. To show, like that's
We
a
went in and
top
smacked
three
them in the mouth. Their home field.
That's a top 3 defense. They were playing lights out. That's Burrow fully healthy.
the way it was leading up to that game. I already marked it as a no. I'm like, yeah, they're not beating the Niners.
You know the way we were
It was
playing that year.
horrible. It was a horrible start.
We just need to come out strong. I mean, the biggest thing is like look at the last 2 seasons. Both 0-2 starts.
Yep.
That just can't keep happening, especially if you want to compete for a 1 seed.
Yeah,
we typically go to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. We start 0-2.
Yeah,
went-
I mean,
are
we
we
would have
start-
made the playoffs last year.
we started off the season.
No.
It's crazy to think we went
Yeah.
9-8 and Burrow. Like with
We would
Jake
if
Browning
we go
starting
1-1
half
last
the
year instead of 0-2, we make
Oh,
the playoffs.
yeah, we're in the playoffs then.
But I think Burrow shouldn't have played the first
Like
two, 3 games
Last year.
last year, just because of the calf. I mean, it's a
Yeah, he wasn't even moving. Like
It was
that-
just
yeah,
week by
that's
week.
Burrow's
You're like,
game
which
is-
Burrow, like how much of real Burrow are we gonna get?
Well, then you start
Like,
watching games. You're like, okay, this dude's just sitting in the pocket.
Yeah,
Like
He
this
can't
ain't.
plant.
This dude is not.
Like he
That
couldn't,
kind
he
of
couldn't
player.
drive the ball.
Yeah, it was all pretty much all arm, and you hear from like Zach and them, oh, he's fine, whatever. Like, dude, you
We
can
have
tell
eyes.
from the play.
We have eyes.
It's definitely from the play. There's no, but like going back to like you watch like those games with Jake Browning, you're like, okay, that we have a team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? What you need.
I like Browning because he wasn't afraid to air it out, man. He
Yeah.
he didn't care. Like he was throwing that deep ball. Wait.
Which I like. It's what we didn't do
No, yeah,
with. I mean, I guess we kind of did with in Arizona, but
yeah. I was just watching the highlight, Jamar's highlights around there for that Arizona game. 15 catches,
like
like
200,
194 yards, or something.
194.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and 3 tutties. That was
yeah.
wild.
I mean, you know, when
It's like, just
Burrow's
keep getting
healthy
that man
too,
the
when
ball.
Jamar starts getting stats like that.
Yeah. But Jamar had a good game against the Jaguars with Jake Browning, didn't he?
I mean, it's Jamar.
It's
Yeah.
Jamar.
But he's put up some stupid stat lines, man.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch.
Wide receiver 1.
I take him.
I take him.
He's top 5, and he ain't 5, 4, 3, or 2.
You taking J Jet or him?
That's
Jamar.
tough.
I think Jamar is obviously had a Higgins on his team. Like J Jet's kind of been forced, like literally forced.
My
fed the
thing,
ball.
like you look at LSU. I mean,
There's a reason they were X and Y.
yeah, there's a reason Jamar was wide receiver 1 there.
He's a running back in a, he's a
Yeah.
receiver in a running back's body. Like
Yeah.
dude doesn't
Shifty as hell.
doesn't go down on the first guy.
Nope.
He's got that explosive speed. He's not like the fastest guy on a straight stretch, but he's got that straight. I mean, I don't even know how to explain it,
Hands are incredible too.
but Man, I'm just excited for the season. I wish it was already September.
And it's kind of
Yeah.
sad talking about it. It's like we don't even like didn't really want to talk about the Reds
Especially because
today,
the
but
Reds
it's
suck.
like, yeah.
But it'd be different if they were, doing something.
Now all I have to do is sit back and watch YouTube highlights of the Bengals. Like, I start crying.
Yep.
I miss it.
I go back watch that full season movie of our Super Bowl run. Sometimes when I'm
Special.
bored.
You know that Vince McMahon meme?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Dad, how was that 2021 Bengals team?
Tearing up.
Just special.
Just special, man.
So you
Which
go ahead.
I don't care if we win the Super Bowl. I think that 2021 team is still my favorite team.
That just run was insane. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Jamar obviously.
When you snap the playoff, loss streak, and then you go into where we play divisional round.
Tennessee.
Number one
seed.
seed. Tennessee.
It's a
It starts the game with a pick by Bates.
It's a nail biter there.
Then you go into
Arrowhead, and then, I mean, that's game of the year.
And you were a second away from hitting Jamar on a deep go route to win it.
In the Super Bowl, yeah.
Oh man,
1 second, we win the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
it's crazy. That's
the Aaron Donald. That's the Aaron Donald effect.
That's how quickly it can crash down, though. I mean, nobody's gonna, I mean, that's how it is. Like,
people want to like bring up like the Logan Wilson hold and all that, but I mean, you got to think we had an 80-yard touchdown with T. Higgins where he yanked on.
It was
Jalen Ramsey's face mask. So, I mean,
Nick and that. I mean, things happen.
It's football. I mean, things are gonna happen.
They had a lot more vets who had been in those situations before.
Yeah,
and they were a very good team. I mean,
that was Stafford's first year.
That was a good.
Realistically, we shouldn't have even made it that year.
No, I don't think so.
No,
we were. Our defense carried us.
Our offensive line was horrible that year.
Defense carried us in that playoff run.
Yeah,
that's the worst.
Look at our line. None of those guys are starters in the NFL right now.
That is the worst offensive line that's made it to the Super Bowl.
Sorry, starters on the Bengals.
Huh?
None of those guys are on the Bengals anymore.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, our left tackle was Jonah Williams. Left guard was Quentin Spain.
Dude,
Center,
I like Spain. What happened? Like what? Why did
Trey Hopkins? Right guard.
Adeniji, I think.
Didn't Carmen come in the Super Bowl?
Because it wasn't Adeniji the one that got beat.
No.
Pretty sure.
Hell, but was it Adeniji? Might have been right guard, and then
Bobby, was Bobby Hart on the team?
Deontay Smith.
No, it wasn't.
Deontay Smith didn't play.
I think Carmen was playing that run.
Yeah, no. I think he did come in that game.
Who?
Carmen.
I'm about to look it up. Bengals starting offensive line.
It was pretty bad. That's all I'm gonna say.
I can think that left side really good, but I'm really struggling with his right side.
Adeniji played right tackle.
I swear, I think
Carmen Riley Reef was hurt.
Yeah, Reef was hurt.
But Riley Reef played pretty good when he was in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and then your guard would have.
Because we got Lyle after that season, that off season, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Figure it out so they can say it.
Yeah. Figure it out, Mitch.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Because last year we had, because our right tackle in that 2022, AFC Championship was Adeniji.
Yeah.
Again.
That's why I like this Mims pick because
I know Adeniji was
because now both your right tackles.
Because Adeniji
now both your right tackles.
Adeniji started against the Titans and they had 9 sacks. It says that he struggled against the Titans against fucking Jeffrey Simmons. For some reason, like I typed in their starting offensive line, and this is like the main thing that pops up.
And you probably can't. You probably won't be able to find it.
There's like a video of it.
If you pull up,
I could probably search on Twitter. You probably look it up on Twitter, and that video probably shows up.
Go to Bengals Super Bowl and just go to images.
Yeah, that's probably easier.
Bengals Super Bowl. But yeah.
Is it raining outside?
No. It's what that noise, it's what it makes.
Ah. Okay. If anyone knows who our right guard was that game, please type it in the comments.
It was Adeniji, bro.
Who's right tackle?
Carmen, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, there's no way.
Yes. I'm pretty sure. But people on Twitter are probably screaming what it was. Dude,
Oh, maybe it was Adeniji and then Isaiah Prince was the right tackle.
Isaiah Prince.
Prince.
There's the guy.
That's who. Yeah.
There's the guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
I put him in. I used to come in
Yep.
Madden all the
Isaiah.
time,
Yep.
and I can't remember him.
If I just would have went to the roster and saw the name,
Yeah.
That's right. I'm looking. I'm like, wait a minute. Adeniji was a guard.
that name completely just left
Gone.
my mind.
Yep. William,
Isaiah
Spain,
Prince.
Hopkins, Energy, Spain.
Remember when we wanted Spain back like so bad?
I don't
I
know
would
why
have
we
liked
really
him. I
wanted
would have liked him
Spain.
for like a
I didn't
vet
think he was
minimum.
that bad.
And no other team.
Yeah,
got
I
him.
liked him.
No other
Yeah, he
team wanted
didn't.
him.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No other
other-
team wanted any other Bengals offensive lineman from that year besides.
Oh,
Williams.
no. That was such a
Is
bad
Jonah
year
playing
for
left
us.
in Arizona?
Yeah.
Who knows? He can play.
You play both now,
so
yeah.
it helps him out.
Which Paris Johnson can also play both too.
I didn't know if what he was like, why he went. You know what I mean? Because he was really wanting to play
Was it
left.
was it 3 years? 15 million?
Yeah, I think it was.
Not a bad bag.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought Jonah was getting paid 15 a year.
I think it was. I think it's 15.
15 a
I
year?
think it's 15 a year. Yeah,
Yeah. Huh.
I think it is 15 a
You
year.
looking at it? You looking
Yeah.
that up?
Ain't no way it's 15 a year.
What, Jonah?
Yeah, Jonah Williams got.
Yeah, well, I think it was close to that. Cause what'd he get?
2 years, 30.
Yeah,
2 years, 30
yeah.
million.
So
Yeah.
19 guaranteed.
It's too much money for Jonah Williams.
He is-
The market was just kind of
He's
going.
like the most mid left tackle. At
It might
tackle,
be-
just
hey,
so
he-
average. Yeah, he's about the most average.
Maybe
He's
Jonah
still
Williams'
average.
problem is that we never brought in competition for him.
I mean, you had.
I mean, you're right.
Adeniji.
You're right.
He had a
He-
tendency
he was
to
the
say
best
Prince.
lineman on our team, and that's saying something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Actually,
Quentin Smith.
Trey Hopkins. Trey Hopkins wasn't pre-torn ACL. Trey Hopkins was all right.
He was a top 10 center.
He was all right.
I will say, shout out Bengals for at least never letting that happen again. Hopefully,
Oh, they're trying not to.
Yeah.
They're really trying their best. They're like, hey, we're tired of this bad PR stunt of offensive linemen. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, now you can't say they're not trying. I mean, we've got Trent Brown. We've been drafting. Right now, I guess you can say like they just have high hopes in Cordell Volson. That's really all you can complain
yeah,
about.
they didn't really draft the guy to replace him, did they?
No,
No.
You got Lee. I don't think Lee's gonna.
I
He'll compete, but I don't think
he's more
he'll-
just going to be center, right?
Yeah, he's only really played center. He hasn't
Kar-
played guard or anything
Karras
else.
has what?
They
one
didn't
more-
count
one
out-
more year?
They didn't count out Mims playing guard in the press conference.
Yeah, I heard
They asked
something about
Zach.
that,
They
yeah.
asked Zach.
Dude, that'd be insane.
They asked Zach in the press conference, and he.
how the
he
hell's
said
Joe
he didn't
Burrow
know
supposed to see?
Bolton and friggin' Orlando on the same side.
Get it? Like, look, Joe Burrow's like 6'4"
Volson.
and a half or something like that.
Volson
But like
wasn't
6'8"
I
tall.
know.
Ted
It'd
Karras
be
is also like
Brown
6'4",
and,
so that's
yeah,
like the
just
shortest
say
guy in your O
Bolton.
line right there.
I meant
6'4".
Mims. Taking his spot.
Like if Burrow has to go to like
The
look
left.
look
He's
left,
screwed.
like oh shit, I don't have any receivers over there.
Just
Just
the
hits
ball out.
Mims
Good
in the
thing
back
is
of the
Burrow's
head.
like 6'4".
That's what I mean, but like 6'8", still tall.
Yeah,
Just
just
taller.
he's not like 6'1".
They should be standing straight up. They
He's
should-
not
foot.
Kyler Murray or Bryce Young, so I mean,
Yeah, or even Caleb Williams is only 6'1".
yeah, super athletic though, so it doesn't really matter. Same as Kyler Williams.
Yeah, yeah, I like Kyler. I'm
Kyler
a
Williams.
Kyler fan.
I like
I like
it.
Kyler Murray.
Everybody was ready to
Kyler
give up
Murray.
on him. Like, man, just got off.
Well, he just
Bad
got his,
injury.
he just got freaking Marvin Harrison. People seem to forget what him and D Hop did too.
Yeah, people tend to forget how good Kyler Murray actually is.
Until it was like about mid-season, and you started seeing Kyler be Kyler again, just running around midfield and then, like running around. And
yeah,
then,
but
like-
watching him run around is like the funnest thing.
No,
to
that's what
do.
I'm saying. And then just throwing a rocket down the field. It's just
I
like,
think
that's
Yeah,
Marvin-
dude, watching a ball coming out of his hands is like insane because it's like watching a 5-year-old launch a
Imagine if he would have
almost like
played.
football.
If he would have played in the MLB. I mean, he got drafted in the MLB.
Yeah,
first
by,
round.
by the Athletics.
He's the only. I think he's like one of the only. He might be the only player ever first round pick in both.
Good
Yeah,
to
Wilson wasn't a first round pick.
what pick was Russell?
He was later.
He was
Still,
in the MLB draft.
still
Well,
impressive.
MLB drafts.
well, NFL draft. Russell Wilson was third or fourth.
Yeah.
So I mean, he was later.
Still
NFL.
impressive to be drafted by two major league sports though.
Didn't he play spring
He
training
played
with the
spring
Yankees?
training with the Yankees. Yeah, I don't think he did very good.
Fair enough. That's so weird thing of Russell Wilson being a baseball player.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, like Tom Brady. I mean, he got drafted by the Expos.
Did he?
Yeah,
I
to
didn't
be
know.
a catcher,
Wow.
which insane to think
Yeah,
about.
it's wild.
Did you guys watch that Brady roast?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
That was hilarious.
Dude,
didn't get to
it's
hilarious.
it's pretty
No.
funny.
I need to.
The girl comedian was so freaking funny.
There's two of them.
I don't remember.
You're talking about Nikki.
Nikki.
Yeah.
Dude,
Dude,
I heard
it's like you're 150 pounds, 155 when the Rock's done with you.
Giselle, I guess, came out and said she was disappointed in the roast. Like, dude,
it's a roast. Like, what do you?
yeah. What do you? Like,
Yeah, dude, they were coming at him hard about Giselle.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, your girl cheated on you with a dude that can kick your ass.
Yeah, it's like you had 8 rings until Giselle gave one back.
I think there was some awkwardness though. Like, you could tell.
I mean, he got in Jeff Ross's face and was like, "Don't say that again."
Yeah, because apparently there was a thing that you
Robert Kraft.
Yeah,
but it was funny, like watching like Randy Moss up there. You can tell Randy Moss doesn't really know how.
Yeah, no, he's
So,
a
like,
country guy. Like
that's like not his scene.
Dude, they went in on Gronk, bro.
They
were making fun of him so hard. He's like, Gronk is dead. I was like,
I'll tell you what shocked me was the Aaron Hernandez jokes.
yeah,
That kind of
why would I don't know.
I mean,
if it was Comedy Central, like I wouldn't be surprised. But the fact that it was on Netflix, that's what kind of got me.
I think they probably made a deal with him, like, hey, we're not holding back. If you want this on Netflix, it can be on Netflix.
Yeah,
but we're not cutting any corners, like, or we're just gonna go to Comedy Central.
Dude, that roast was hilarious.
Because there was no punches held. Like, it was.
No, Dana White even called out Netflix.
Yeah, he's like, my name's Dana. Is that not? I'm not gonna say it on YouTube. Yeah. We might get canceled, but
he's like, he's like, they only give me 60 seconds. You know?
Yeah, he was going in.
Yeah. Also, he had 2 fighters with him.
Sean O'Malley and Max Holloway.
Yeah, I like Sean O'Malley. That dude.
Sugar.
Yeah. Connor's coming back.
Yeah, fighting Michael Chandler. Fighting Chandler, UFC 303.
Gary's our UFC guy.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the UFC really.
That should be a good fight. It's at 170.
I like boxing.
Yeah.
I'll be watching that Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
I'm taking Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, maybe sleeping him
like
up
plus 300.
Mike Tyson about to sleep that dude, bro.
Dude, he's like 55 and throwing haymakers.
I think he might be 60.
Dude, he's throwing haymakers.
My thing is though about Jake Paul is he's so much younger. Like, that is a big advantage.
Like, he'll have like the endurance.
But Mike Tyson, dude, hits like a freaking freight train.
That's Jake Paul's never fought someone with this much power.
No, not even close.
Yeah. I mean, you can
go back. Got knocked down by Tommy Fury. Like,
you can go back and watch his clips with like Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia is a featherweight.
And he hits hard.
Boxer, and he hits hard. And like kind of took the breath out of Jake Paul. I mean, dude, like that's
I don't think Jake really fully understands how hard Mike Tyson hits.
Yeah, like Mike was sleeping dudes before you were born.
Yeah, he's got like 40 something knockouts. Like,
I can't believe he's gonna bite your ear off.
I can't believe it's a sanctioned fight though. It's like a legit fight.
Yeah,
like, it goes on their
record, which is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mike Tyson's too old for that. Like, what do you?
Why would you even agree? Well, first off, it's bad. It's bad. Like, you look at it, Mike. Well, Mike has the upper hand here.
Yeah.
Because if he loses, he's like, I'm 60 years old.
Beat an old dude. Yeah.
If Jake Paul wins, you're like, dude, that's kind of embarrassing. You beat a 60-year-old.
Yeah.
And if Jake Paul loses,
dude, you just got beat by a 60-year-old.
Like, no matter what, it's
Mike's
like,
getting a bag and you don't even like.
It's just so stupid.
Kinley Jackson has arrived.
Oh, so
a little late.
Yeah, maybe the flights are
coming.
I don't know where he came from.
He drove.
Dude, that'd be crazy. I don't know where he's from, so that would be a crazy drive. Probably Texas. So
he played at A&M, so I feel like I have to be down there.
I think Mims is from Georgia. Mims is from Georgia.
I feel like college is pretty common to keep a lot of home. Like, guys,
I think Jermaine Burton's from Georgia.
Schools don't like to lose guys from other states. Like, if it's a 5-star in their state, they usually try to.
Matt Lee,
you have to.
Matt Lee is there.
Homegrown talent.
I don't know.
You think the Bengals win the North? Just hot early take.
I gotta see how the Ravens are this year. Let me see if their defense,
bro, before the season.
You know, I'm gonna say yeah because they lost a lot of guys on defense, especially their defensive coordinator. They lost, I think, a lot of key pieces. I know a lot of Ravens fans weren't too at least on Twitter they were saying like, oh, we don't really care about Geno Stone. It's like Geno Stone had 7 picks for you.
I think every team in the North will be over 500 again.
I could see that. Yeah.
Because I think the Steelers got better.
Steelers made all the right moves.
Browns stayed the exact same. Lost a couple.
It just all depends on Deshaun for them.
Well, if he's unhealthy, I feel like they're better off.
They're better off. Who's their back? Oh, Jameis.
Jameis. Yeah.
Famous Jameis.
Dude. I don't want to face famous Jameis, though. I like him too much. I don't want to hate him.
And then I think we got better.
I'll tell you what, the last time I remember the Bengals playing Jameis Winston was when we went to that Buccaneers game. Bengals were up like 30. And then they bring in Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he makes it a close-ass game. That's when like they were going like teeter tottering, like starting and playing
is
that
that
year.
the season when that wasn't the season he went 30 and
That's
30?
before LASIK.
Nah,
Dude, when he went 30 and 30, that was insane.
I love
30
it.
touchdowns, 30
Yeah.
picks. That was that was
Well,
before
yeah.
LASIK. They're like, if he didn't have LASIK, he's going 60-0. Jameis got a lot of talent.
He's just so funny though.
He realistically, he should have started for the Saints
100%.
over
yeah.
Derek Carr. They wasted way too much money with Derek Carr. Now they're locked in for I think another 2 years.
2 years, yeah.
It's a lot.
Saints just don't care. It feels like they always somehow find money.
Well, they pay a lot of defenders too, though. Like,
Yeah,
they're pretty big on.
They're
well, I'm pretty sure a lot of more
paying,
contracts up next year.
Yeah,
Though.
and then like didn't they just extend Jordan not too long ago.
Yeah,
So I
they're
mean,
still paying him, and that's crazy because he has not produced.
I'm pretty sure they took
the
a pretty
same.
big hit with Mike Thomas too. When they caught him.
probably.
Oh, yeah.
Dead hit.
Yeah,
I mean, he wasn't playing.
That
for
man's
him.
still a free agent.
Well, yeah. I mean,
with Slant
Yeah.
Boy. Yeah,
A lot of injuries.
he's really good, but like think about it. Like he doesn't play. So why would you? That's a big risk.
I don't
for
want to hear that shit on this podcast again.
Mike Thomas.
He's not good.
I mean,
I think
He's
he's
not
good.
he has
That's why-
he has NFL records. I'd
Wait,
say he's
both
pretty
the-
good.
I thought you had something like both the Bengals. Mike
He
Thomas,
has
Mike
he has an
Thomas.
NFL.
Oh my God.
He has an
Yeah.
NFL if you have an NFL record, I say you're pretty good.
Wasn't Mike Thomas the 99 Madden?
Yeah, he wasn't 99
Yeah.
man.
And then Eric, I remember when we had Mike Thomas, Joe Burrow's rookie year or second year. I forget what year it was.
It was one of them.
Eric kept saying they gave the wrong 99 to the wrong Mike Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't think the guy to actually score a touchdown or do anything.
Do you remember when like real fans might remember like Cody Core and like Josh Malone?
Yeah.
I thought they were
Those
so
days,
good.
like-
I thought they'd be so
That'd
good.
be so good.
Oh
I
my
thought-
God.
I wanted Jordan Shipley to be good.
I
Josh
thought
Malone.
I thought Josh
Pretty good.
Malone was like
Yeah.
Tyler Boyd
We
before
were pretty-
Tyler
we
Boyd.
should have been.
You know what I mean? Like
I
he
had a
that
Shipley jersey. I was like, Jordan Shipley?
Dane Schausenbacher. That's
my
Oh,
one.
the Steeler killer.
Eric
Um,
Ross. That was earlier, but
A name I'll never forget is Alex Erickson.
Armand
Yeah,
Benz.
Erickson.
Armand Benz.
Really
big
he
fan.
wore 85 directly after Ocho.
Yeah, I was a huge Benz fan.
And then Tyler Eifert wore 85. Tyler Eifert was a dog.
Man,
Jermaine Gresham.
love how I produced.
Jermaine Gresham.
Love
I had his
Benz.
My,
jersey.
He
my
was at a-
most
I had his
Hands
jersey.
were a little-
my most memorable Jermaine Gresham
He fumbled
touchdown
in the
is the
playoffs or
one,
something.
The Saints one.
the Saints touchdown where he fumbled and then picked it up in the end zone.
Yeah, that
He had a
was-
fumble problem.
Yeah, he did.
He fumbled.
Do you guys remember when Ben Jarvis Green Ellis was a Bengal?
Yep.
That
Yeah, the
kind of
Wolverine.
makes
42,
that-
baby.
yeah, dude. I mean, how many straight touches without a fumble? And
It
then
was over
and then-
600.
and then
Yeah,
he just
and then he
he just
fumbled.
could not hold on to the football for the Bengals.
Yeah.
It had air in it.
Yeah.
That's what they were saying.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy about the Deflategate? They won that game 45-7.
Oh, they
Yeah, that
smoked
wasn't-
them.
it
It
doesn't
wasn't
matter.
even close. So
We had Josh Harrison at one point. I had a Josh Harrison
I mean,
jersey.
James Harrison.
we had
James
T.O.
Harrison,
We had
yeah.
T.O.
Josh-
too.
Like Josh
baseball
Harrison's a
player.
baseball player.
T.O.
We had T.O.
I was watching there's a
Batman
podcast.
and Robin.
They're talking about like the all-time, like which team has the greatest all-time players for like receiving. Or the Bengals was up there because I mean you think like if you put Prime T.O. because he played for the
Obviously,
Bengals, Prime
Chad.
T.O. Chad,
TJ.
Jamar,
Another funny one to me is AJ Hawk.
AJ Hawk. was
AJ
there.
Hawk.
AJ
bro,
Hawk, and I was
one
like,
year,
yeah,
1
dog.
year.
This is like really when the Bengals started like kicking it in gear with like Andy Dalton in those years.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, this is a team.
Dude, we had some solid teams.
Cordy Glenn.
Cordy Glenn. Cordy
I thought he was
Glenn.
gonna be-
I
that's
thought he was also going to
It's
be
like
really
the
good.
All right,
Buffalo
I know you guys aren't
connection.
want to hear it. Bobby Hart.
Bobby Hart.
Bobby Hart was not that bad.
was not that bad.
Kind of sucks, but he
He kind of sucked, but not that bad.
He was undersized and drafted too early.
He
Like,
be-
it wasn't his fault. when he got
We
drafted.
should sign him right now to
Yeah.
only go up
He
against TJ Watt.
We got him from
and he
Buffalo.
killed
didn't
TJ
we?
Watt.
I remember when he said TJ Watt sucks. That was the funniest thing ever.
He
Yeah,
came
he-
over from Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Or, yeah. We have like a connection of signing Buffalo.
He signed with Buffalo like 4 or 5 times
Yeah.
already.
It's like every Buffalo lineman.
Billy
It's like,
Price.
if you're John Buffalo,
Cordy
come
Glenn
to
was a
Cincinnati.
bill.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Cordy Glenn was a bill.
He
That's
made a trade and got Cordy Glenn, and he ended up kind of sucking.
He wore, didn't he wear 77 also? Like
I think
after?
so, yeah.
Yeah.
70,
Yeah.
70, yes, 77.
Man, talk about these old Bengals, man.
Makes you like
Giovanni Bernard was a fun
oh
one.
man,
Jeremy
that
Hill.
exit interview, well, like with the Bucks, not even with the Bengals. Remember that one chick was like chasing him down and like getting pissed
Yeah.
because he was like, "I'm just wanting to go see my family and see them." And she's just like,
Mhm.
"What?" Because what did he do? It was like
He
fake punt.
fumbled a punt
Yeah.
return.
or no, he
muffed
didn't do
it.
punt return. It was like a fake punt or something. He was like, not everybody knew it was the right call.
Oh yeah, that's what it was, a fake punt. Yeah.
he's like, not everybody knew what the call was.
Hey, that happens.
Yeah,
That happens when you do trick plays like that.
yeah.
Seen it happen.
Seeing
Jim.
that interview, I was like, dang, Gio's. I miss Gio.
He never gets mad at the media. Like,
Yeah.
He never.
People forget about Jason Campbell, Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
People forget that what's his name? Ohio State quarterback Terrell Pryor worked out for us.
Darquez Denard.
That's
That
the
whole
no-fly zone.
That whole run of corners.
No-fly
Drake
zone.
Patrick.
One of my favorite
Dark
corners.
West.
I wish he panned out a lot better. But it was Kavari Russell
Kavari Russell.
from Notre Dame. I wish he was.
These
so
are names
good.
that people have not
No
heard
idea,
in so
Terrence
long.
Newman, Leon Hall.
Brian Leonard. You remember Brian Leonard?
Jonathan Joseph was like all right for us, and then went to Texans and was just a straight up dog.
Yeah,
He was pretty. He was pretty.
He
he was
good,
decent with
like,
us. Yeah, but
I
like
thought
his
he was
career
good
really
since
took
he-
off.
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
I do miss Reggie Nelson.
Terrence
Reggie Nelson
Newman.
was one of my
Terrence
favorites
Newman
a
played
lot.
pretty good for us.
Taylor Mays.
Taylor
Taylor
Mays. Chris Crocker.
Yeah, I was about
I
to say
was like Chris Crocker. That's my favorite safety.
I love
Vincent
Iloka.
Ray.
Fedulum.
Iloka, George Iloka.
Oh.
What a steal. We
Yeah.
got him from the Ocho trade, didn't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah.
Sean Williams.
Sean Williams was
Yeah,
good.
we had some good safeties.
Reggie Nelson.
I loved Reggie, man. He flew around the field just everywhere.
He was
He's
so
so
good.
fast.
Oh, Nate. Does anyone say Nate Clemens?
No, not Nate Clemens.
How many former Bengals can we name
Oh, we
in a
can
certain
keep
amount
going.
of time?
Pat Sims.
Kevin Huber.
They held on to him a little too long.
Yeah. Just I think
I mean,
he punted for too long.
Yeah.
I think
He was good, and then he's just started slowing down.
Well, I
and
mean,
then just-
From
Pecco.
Cincy, like-
You got Dominton
when Huber hit that decline, he hit that decline. Like it wasn't like a gradual.
I
It
think
was
that's punters though in general. Like,
yeah.
look at Marquez King.
Well,
he just like I don't know. They kind of blackballed him out of.
a little bit. I think
then he wanted like a lot of money. You know, it's like you're a punter.
I don't
He
even.
just
I
for
don't
sure he
even
like
know.
wanted a
I don't
bag.
even think
He
it was
played
that.
punter his own way,
He was hilarious. Though.
so he was a flashy
was.
punter. I don't think they
He
like
was
that.
so
He
funny,
actually
bro.
he did a lot of
Yeah,
celebrations.
he always celebrated.
He got the flag. He used to like dance with it. Like
speaking of like players, like old players, it popped in my head. Like, do you guys remember Justin Blackman?
Yeah.
yeah, he
Dude,
should've
I
been-
remember he
Yeah,
was
he's
supposed to
the
be
biggest thing.
so good.
Just couldn't
A lot
Dude,
of
stay off the weed.
Jaguars
stop
see-
smoking weed.
Stay off
It's
the
like
weed.
Josh Gordon.
Yeah, Josh Gordon.
Yeah.
Another good one.
Dude, Josh Gordon's the best receiver in football.
At one point, yeah.
Yeah, that dude was crazy.
I just want to talk about old football shit now. Corey, man, you guys watch Hard Knocks with Corey Coleman where
Yeah.
he requested a
Yeah.
trade?
You gotta catch
Yeah.
that, Corey.
Yeah, he's like
That's
that Browns Hard Knocks was my favorite
They
thing
were
to watch
so bad.
because first off, I love Baker Mayfield, so getting Baker Mayfield content was awesome. Todd Haley became one of my favorites to watch because that guy's pretty animated.
Oh yeah.
Their defense coordinator, who was it? Greg Williams.
But him and Todd Haley would always fight though. That's my favorite
Yeah.
part. Yeah.
Don't
Give him
touch
his
the
man.
quarterback.
It's like block better or something like that.
They had their offensive line coach that was like when he'd say
Oh,
"hut,"
yeah.
his stomach would move up.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
"Hut."
Dude,
Was that
that
Bob
team was
Wiley or
just
something
so.
like that?
That team was just so
Something
bad. That team was horrible.
Yeah, that Browns team was pretty bad. I mean, they had
oh, who was their
what they signed Terrell Pryor. Or was it not Terrell Pryor? Fuck, Tyrod Taylor
Tyrod Taylor.
and
Josh
Jarvis
McCown.
Landry.
Was it Josh McCown in that?
And
No.
Jarvis, I remember seeing like the
No.
clips of Jarvis making crazy catches in practice, and they were all like, "Oh,
I remember I was working at McDonald's.
He's
I
trying to
don't-
make a return.
we were all.
in the NFL.
I think we were all
Sure.
working at McDonald's at that time when we were like, "Oh, dude, Jarvis Landry's a Brown."
Yeah, I think so.
I think
because the
Jarvis
trick-
Landry's. I think he's underrated. I mean, he's a solid receiver.
He was then. I don't know.
He was really good in Miami.
He took the year off last year.
He was
I
really
think it was
good in
his choice.
He was really good in Miami.
I think he's done.
Yeah,
He was trying to get fully healthy. He's trying to make a return. He's going to rookie camp and like working out with them.
Oh, good for
team?
him.
Jags.
I think it was Jacksonville. Yeah,
He'll probably make the team
Zay Jones
Good.
was visiting the Chiefs.
because I mean they just lost Calvin. Dude, Calvin should have had it Ridley last year. How many draw? I mean, dude,
Their number one's what? Gabe Davis now.
Chris Kirk.
Oh, Duck.
Yeah,
I
Gabe
forget
Davis
what-
is number 2. That's kind of scary.
That's kind of scary.
Not in a good way. That's like
In a
Evan
bad
Ingram
way.
too,
I do like Evan Ingram.
and then I mean, they run the ball. a
And
lot,
they
too.
drafted Brian.
Oh, Michael Johnson,
Oh, yeah.
former Bengal.
Who?
Michael Johnson.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought the grass is greener on the other side. Got paid a ton by Tampa Bay.
Yeah,
Dunlap.
Plays horrible,
I
comes
love
back.
Dunlap.
should have been
Went to the
Bengals.
freaking
Warren
Chiefs.
Sapp.
Yeah,
There's a lot of shit.
A
There's
lot of should have been.
a lot of should have beens.
Warren Sapp should have been a Jet.
Couple years ago, what was a Buccaneers guy? He wanted to play for the Bengals.
What position?
Oh yeah,
Linebacker.
yeah, he was like an edge rush specialist.
Shit. Shaquille Barrett.
Yeah,
Shaq.
Shaq Barrett. He wanted to play for the Bengals and we didn't offer him.
We don't pay money.
Well, he had like an injury, and the Bengals I guess didn't like it, and then
I think he
I
think he came back that
He
year
won a
with
Super
an
Bowl?
incredible year. I think he had an incredible year that
he
year.
did. Yeah, he was killing it.
That's how it goes.
It's fun
That's
stuff.
how it goes. Like I say, like I remember when AJ Green left us. That was such a
He didn't really do anything with Arizona though.
no, but still.
But it
It
still
was
sucked.
bad.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a Bengal for life.
And
I
no,
thought
it
it was
sucks.
for
Like
life.
he's just right on the cusp of Hall of Fame. Like he's just he won't
If he
hit.
would have played like
It's crazy. Like
two
you really
more-
think about like Willie Anderson. Like he played for the Ravens. TJ Houston-Jada played for the Ravens. These guys played for the ops. But guess
ops.
what? They still run black and orange.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
Well, they weren't there for like that long.
No, they weren't, but like they
yeah.
still bleed that black and
Oh, yeah, I
orange.
still love the Bengals.
And I think they
Right.
both played for the. Did Willie play for the Raiders or just the Ravens?
You notice how people that
Just like
leave
the
the
Raiders.
Bengals
TJ played for the Raiders.
still bleed that black and orange?
Or was it Seahawks?
He played
like-
for the Seahawks.
Seahawks. That's what it was. Yeah.
Like Corey
It
Dillon,
was
he's
like a
coming
weird
back
side quest.
around.
It was a weird side quest.
Giovanni Bernard, he will always be a Bengal. He'll always see himself as a Bengal.
He was only a Bengal and a Buck, right? Is that where he went, or he go somewhere else after?
I think it's only a Bengal and a buck for Gio.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but
Jeremy
like
Hills,
a lot of people
Jeremy
still.
he's gonna be rough. I mean, like
He's
Andrew Whitworth, I don't know what he sees himself as. If I'll be honest,
the way he talks sometimes.
the way he talks, it's like he's
he's like,
a
since he
Ram.
won a Super Bowl with the
Yeah.
Rams, he's like, the Bengals didn't want to pay me.
His wife also wanted to move to LA, where they're from, which is understandable. But
I mean, it makes sense.
yeah,
I mean,
I mean, he played
It
there
sucked
a
though.
couple. I mean,
It
what,
was
4
cool
or
that
5
we,
seasons.
his final game was against his former team, which was kind of cool.
yeah, no, it's not.
Too
I
bad
mean,
we
he
lost.
took our ring from us. But
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's cool.
No, that's what I said. I
Really
wish
cool, really
Wish
cool.
the outcome would have been different, but
So many. I'd say when I really thought our year was 2015.
2015.
Or like
Don't-
12 and 4
Don't
that
even
year.
bring that up, bro.
Who would we have played if we won?
Oh my god.
we would have played
Denver.
And we
Denver.
would have beat
We
Denver.
would have mollywopped Denver probably.
Molly Watts.
We almost beat him with McCarron that year.
Yeah, pretty damn close.
To snap over his head in overtime.
Yep.
I was like, bro, did that really just happen? Wasn't it like a safety for?
I don't know who went to the championship that
Wasn't it a
year.
safety for a while?
2015 didn't Denver? Wasn't it Denver Seattle?
You guys-
This would have been Denver or Panthers.
that was Cam's year.
Yeah, it's
Superman
2015,
Kings.
the Super Bowl 50. It would have been.
Who did the Broncos
Panthers.
play in the championship?
They
though?
played the Patriots.
Yeah.
2015 was Patriots Seahawks.
2015
So it would have been
season.
2016.
No.
Yeah, it would have been 2016. No,
No, that's right. I'm pretty sure.
It was Panthers Broncos.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I think we could have won
Let's
either one of
go,
those.
let's go look at that playoff bracket.
we could.
I'll share my screen.
Andy Dalton was in the MVP conversation until he got hurt.
On to it, bro.
Fun to it.
The Bengals offense was crazy though. They were just
Yeah, Sanu, Jones, Green.
you saw what happened to them once they let Cincy.
They all got their bags. Marvin went to the Lions. Sanu went to the Falcons. I think. Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
I guess out of all of them, Marvin's had a pretty good
Yeah,
career
Marvin's still
outside of
playing
Cincy.
Sanu like the year or two after, he was like pretty relevant. But
Marvin's still been playing
He just-
good.
He stopped I don't know. No one wanted him after that.
Why can I
Was
not
it the
find this?
2016? I think it was the 2015. So it would have been the 2015 Super Bowl, wasn't it?
Why can I not find? No, that's Bengals. That's 2015 playoff bracket. But if I look up 2016, it tells me the Steelers were playing someone else. Okay, here we go. I got it. The wild card that round was us versus Steelers, Chiefs versus Texans, Broncos and Patriots got buys.
If we would have, what seed were we? If we
Cardinals were the second seed that year.
yeah, it was Kurt. Wasn't that Kurt Warner?
No, that was
Palmer.
Carson Palmer.
Oh yeah, Palmer.
That's when he
Palmer,
came in second for MVP.
Yeah.
Cardinals are really
Man,
good.
they had some good quarterbacks back to back there.
Do you think about this? That 2016 playoffs for NFC: Seahawks, Vikings, Panthers, Cardinals, Packers, Redskins. Dude, that's a
Was that what RG? No, RG3.
That might have been. Was it Alex or was it Kirk? 16.
that one went Kirk.
Kirk, yeah.
That went Kirk in 2016. Alex Smith would have been Chiefs.
Yeah.
Texans would have been Matt Schaub. 2016.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what annoyed me the
San-
most is like those 3 straight years we played
It was-
the Texans every year.
It was Matt Schaub.
And it was Schaub. It was TJ Yates. We lost 2-2. And
Yeah,
I was
it
like,
was
how did we
Schaub, and then
lose to
it was,
TJ Yates, bro? Because JJ Watt. had, like, a
Vikings
pick
was
six
Teddy
on us.
Bridgewater.
You see the Texans are trying to get JJ out of retirement? D'Amico said like he is trying to get him to come back and play.
Yeah, I think they talked about
Oh yeah,
it.
JJ said I'll come out and play if you need me.
Yeah. And this is like the last year he told me that he.
How old is JJ now?
I don't know. That'd be
He's
crazy.
30.
He can't
something.
play with all those injuries. He'd have to play one of the Guardian caps.
Yeah.
He'd
Well, his
play
back
with
is
the
screwed. I
Guardian
mean, his
Yeah.
back.
I wonder how that's going to work. I wonder who's going to wear it.
If I'm in the trenches, I probably.
That's
will.
like the whole
Yeah.
thing with the Aaron Donald makes me so
Fair.
mad. Like he retired, but if they make the playoffs, he's probably gonna come out of
Yeah,
retirement.
I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah, but it's like play the season.
Why?
It's just like you're just gonna only show up if you guys make playoffs.
I mean, that's like saying like.
I mean, that's the same thing that what's his name did that safety that year.
That's pretty much what Tom Brady said he would do.
I
That's
think
just
guys
annoying.
like that point, they think they've earned
just-
that right. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. Screw it. If your team's good enough to get there,
Tom Brady said like the 49ers, the Raiders, and some other team he said he'd come out of retirement for.
I just think it's stupid.
I would like to see Brady on the Raiders.
I like to see Brady on the 49ers.
Purdy.
So I was really hoping he would go when he became a free agent.
I thought he was gonna have one more year, go home, and play for the Niners, but
Nope.
that would have been sick.
He would have fit in well with that system.
He would have won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They would have absolutely balled out.
They would have won a Super Bowl.
I mean, Tom Brady went 8-9 his last year, but I mean, Brady still looked good.
He led the league in passing.
Yeah, and I think that like the older he got, like the more zip he got too. It seemed like
I don't know. He just never seemed to me to fall off that cliff.
slow. No, I think he's the only person to beat Father Time.
Yeah, he retired on his own merit. Like
Yeah. Wasn't injuries, wasn't really his age.
Came out with that beach video.
He said he just lost that fire.
retired.
I think he was dealing with a lot of his personal life, obviously.
Yeah, I mean going through divorce and all that.
And he missed a lot of his kids' lives. Like
Yeah,
it's probably just done. I think that's anytime you're playing 20 plus years in a sport, like time to go.
it's also like that's insane to think about like how long he's played.
Yeah.
Like think about like Pete Rose. I mean, he played MLB for 20 plus years.
Yeah, I mean you
Like,
got like
that's nuts.
there's only been a few. I mean, obviously a handful of guys who play that long, but usually
Think about it. Like Brady got drafted before we were even born,
What 99?
and we were able to watch his entire career.
Yeah.
And understand the sport, which is just
He was
mind
just so
blowing.
good. It's just anytime he was in the playoffs, it's like you got to bet on
and
Brady.
he had like 3 different Hall of Fame careers, which is insane.
Yeah, if you split his careers
Like,
up, yeah.
seeing that stat when he was still like it was last year, and it was showing that breakdown. It's
He's
like,
got
oh
more
my
rings than
God.
any team. Like
7 rings, man.
Patriots have 6.
he's got one with the Bucks.
Yeah, he's beaten every team,
Yeah.
which only a few people have done that. His touchdown to interception ratio is insane.
Yeah. The only one that's better probably, I don't know the numbers. I'd say Rodgers maybe. Because I think Rodgers was close to getting like he's got 400 something touchdowns and barely over 100 picks.
Rodgers, I think, will go down
I
as
hate that Rodgers
most
went to the
talented.
Jets.
one of the most talented.
Well, Mahomes will erase that.
Yeah,
I hate that Rodgers
100%.
went to the Jets.
If
I wonder
Caleb
if
Williams
he
pans
knows.
out, Caleb Williams will be.
Oh my God!
I
I
think-
hasn't even played a snap, bro.
I think the thing about Mahomes is like he's still
We're talking
he's still
strictly
so young.
talent.
He's still so young.
Strictly talent.
There was a lot of talent.
Like you know what I mean? Like Mahomes is still so young.
You guys are hyping
Yeah.
up Caleb Williams that much already.
I mean,
Man
I,
hasn't even played a
I mean,
snap.
I understand. It's like
it's from
we're
a
talking about the
talent aspect.
Like, I mean, I thought Tim Tebow was gonna be really good. I thought he was.
He was a great college quarterback.
Yeah,
It's
he's a
just-
great
it,
college
It just didn't probably the best college quarterback ever. It just didn't
That
translate
Broncos
to the
playoff
NFL.
run was fun to watch.
Yeah, they beat the Steelers.
You
I
say
like
Tebow's
that.
the greatest college quarterback ever?
No,
I would say yeah, he's up there.
One of them, sure.
I would definitely say my top 3 college quarterbacks ever, no order. I would go and you're probably not gonna like it, but
Right on.
Tebow, Johnny Football, Burrow. Burrow strictly because of the numbers.
I understand every single.
I'll
one of those,
put-
though, I mean,
I'll put Cam Newton, Joe Burrow, and Johnny Manziel.
Cam Newton's in my top 5.
Yeah,
So is Baker.
Matt Leinart. I mean, people kind of forget how
Yeah,
good he
No.
was.
yeah. He also had Reggie Bush.
Okay, Joe Burrow had Jay Jettas. And
I know, but he also didn't put up Matt Leinart didn't put up Joe Burrow numbers.
no. I guess you can say college career wise.
Yeah,
Tebow played longer than most of them, didn't he?
Tebow played all 4 years.
Yeah.
But he was only the starter for 3, I think. Like his freshman year, I think he split snaps.
Manziel only played 2 years. We got to think what Manziel did in those 2 years.
Well, yeah, he
Took over college
He
football.
was the most electric player of like ever.
Everyone watched Johnny
He beat
Manziel.
Bama, and like I mean, like before when Bama was like nobody beat Bama.
He played football in a way that people weren't playing football.
Browns ruined a lot of quarterbacks, man.
Well, football Johnny ruined
Dude, I'll
himself.
tell
Have
you,
you
watched-
Johnny
but-
will tell you right now, he ruined.
No, I know.
I mean, it was a mixture of both, in my opinion.
the
'Cause I,
city of Cleveland did not help him.
No.
I think it takes a
In the
lot
Browns,
to.
It's like I go anywhere and they'd be like free drinks.
I think it takes a lot for any quarterback to overcome Cleveland.
You know, today it's a 10-year anniversary that Skip said that Johnny Manziel will be a bigger
Bigger than
name,
LeBron.
yeah, in Cleveland than LeBron.
That might be
Today's
the worst
today,
take of
10-year
all. That might
anniversary.
be the worst take of all time.
I don't know. There's that Iguodala take from Matt
I want
Kellerman.
Iguodala.
That one's pretty
Monsters are coming to take over the world. You got one person who you taking. Give me Iguodala.
He said aliens have the space beam pointed at Earth. Give me Iguodala. Like, dude, you think about Max Kellerman, him like really like it's sad. I don't know if people like know this. Like he started like how they got into sports was like his brother first.
Yeah.
Like they started off like doing stuff like this, and then his brother died, and then he kind of just took over from there. And then he started with boxing,
They say
and
he was
then
a big boxing. Yeah.
HBO boxing. That's how he really made his name, and then he got bigger with. He still does boxing, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Yeah. I don't like some of the sports takes, but he's good with boxing.
I feel like a lot of those guys that went in the big media like that, they
Dude,
have,
I'm
they
telling
have
you, I
staged
think-
takes.
I think they
Yeah.
are.
I believe
like,
that.
you know what I mean? Like those guys are smart. Like they're not.
Besides, I tell you what, I think the only one that's really true to themselves was Shannon Sharp
Yeah,
and Skip Bayless.
yeah, that's why I think they beefed out. Yeah.
I think because that was real. I truly believe that was
I love
real.
listening to Shannon's podcast.
Shannon Sharp, I think, is
Him
one of
and
the
the
realest
Club-
dudes.
Club
you can
Shay
listen-
Shay.
Him
Yeah.
and Ocho.
Him and Ocho are the two realest dudes you could get on a show. Yeah, I'll tell you. Also, Dan Orlovsky, I'll say he's pretty real with his takes.
Yeah, I like that he's a former player too.
Yeah,
Like,
I think you need former players than you do like analysts.
I want him to be a coach. I know he won't, but
I think he'd make a great coach.
Should be a good coordinator too. I think he'd
Yeah.
be, like
he'd probably start as coordinator.
it's hard to become. I mean,
Straight out and just go
Yeah.
be a coach.
I mean, Dan Campbell. I mean, he was interim head coach for the Dolphins back in 2016. So, I mean, it took him a while to get.
it's a hard job to get.
Think about
man.
that 2016 Dolphins team. Then they had Lou Anarumo, Zach Taylor, Dan Campbell.
Damn, yeah, that's a team. That's a
He
squad.
made Ryan Tannehill. Zach Taylor made Ryan Tannehill look like an MVP.
Made
Like,
Ryan
he's-
Tannehill good.
He's playing crazy.
Was he just the QB coach there?
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
the QB coach. And then, well, he became the
I
offensive
think
coordinator.
he's interim offensive.
Yeah.
coordinator. They fired like everyone, didn't they?
They cleaned house.
Yeah, because it was Louis
They were
Anarumo
horrible.
was interim defensive coordinator, and Zach Taylor
That's
was
cool
interim.
that Zach took Lou to
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
That's a really cool thing to think about. You think about like the Redskins, their coaching staff at one point was Sean McVay, Kyle
It
Shanahan.
was like all like the
shit. There's some more guys.
Mike,
too.
Dolphins head coach, Mike Daniels.
Mike Daniels,
Like McDaniel.
Mike
Mike
McDaniels, yeah.
McDaniels.
They also have
there's another.
it's
guy.
one more guy that's always like forgot about.
Oh, it's
Matt
Matt
LaFleur.
LaFleur. Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Imagine having that in house. Then again, they probably didn't have the knowledge they do now.
Yeah,
so
I mean, and like when a guy doesn't have his whole like everything in control of what he wants to do, it's
Yeah.
way different. Like he's not gonna.
like there's some people I feel like thrive better as a like offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator than a head coach.
And I'm pretty
Like
sure
Lou, sadly, I think he thrives more of a defensive coordinator than he would as a head coach.
Well, the way the game's going, like
Nothing wrong with that
Like
either.
Brian Daboll, I think he thrives better
as a coordinator,
as a coordinator than he does a head coach.
Yeah.
There's some guys that are like leader of men, and then there's
Bobby Slowick. That's who it is. I'm pretty sure he's like the offensive or defensive coordinator for the Lions or something. But he's like one of the better coordinators in the league.
Like Andy Reid was like, I think he's the greatest head coach of all time. Truthfully, I'll give it to Andy Reid.
Texans.
He's
He's
definitely-
offense
I mean,
coordinator for the
He's
Texans.
done it with everyone.
When you're talking like greatest coaches of all time, it's so hard because different scenarios, different players. Like,
But like you look at Andy
just
Reid,
I
he's
just-
been in.
I just call it goats. I don't think there's like a greatest coach just because like the eras of football are so different. Like the way the rules are different. Like he's definitely one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Yeah, 100%.
Like
Even now, like I was having this like debate in my head, like, do I really want to say Brady's the GOAT or
I still think.
like
Brady-
obviously like
Brady's a GOAT.
Brady's the GOAT, but like you think like can Patrick Mahomes overtake that? And what would it take to overtake that? Would it take longevity, rings, stats? That's my like you look at Brady, like the competitive drive he had was second to none. No one has the same competitive drive as him. The rings, the longevity.
I don't think Mahomes will catch him in rings. I think the
No.
league's getting too competitive. Now, I mean, he might. I mean, you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's won 3 already. But, I mean, Brady didn't have the most MVPs, so you can't really look at MVPs. I think Mahomes is what, 2?
Yeah.
2. So, I mean, he'd have to catch, I guess, Peyton in that aspect at 5, which you don't really need that. I think if Mahomes would finish with, like, say, like 3 MVPs, maybe 4, and like 5 rings, then I think then it's like a legit conversation. I just think the league's really, really competitive, a lot more competitive now.
And see, like what really stands out for Tom Brady, and what helps Tom Brady is the eras of football he played in.
Yeah.
Like he was dominant in a very defensive,
Every
defensive-
era he was in, yeah.
and then he moved to this more offensive era, and he dominated that, obviously. But Mahomes hasn't really faced any kind of defense that really. The Bengals defense and the Ravens defense are the two I've really seen stop Mahomes.
Yeah. And the thing with Brady too is, I mean, he's unless somebody plays a lot longer, he's gonna have every single record.
Yeah.
Like passing touchdowns, passing yards, playoff stats. Like that's when it's like Mahomes,
His playoff stats alone are a Hall of Fame career.
Like, Mahomes is a better talent than Brady. There's no question. I mean, there's a lot of better talent.
Dude, there's
Way more athletic.
Jake Browning's a better
But-
athletic talent than Brady.
When you start looking at like resume, it's the same thing as like why Jerry Rice is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Like, Randy Moss is more talented, but when you actually like break down their numbers, it's not even close. Like it's
Mhm.
literally not even close.
No
Rice
one
also played
would
against-
ever break Jerry Rice's record.
But that's the same thing with Brady. He played a lot
Yeah,
longer.
you had to play till you're 40 as a receiver to.
Like
It's like Pete
Yeah.
Rose's hit record. No one's ever going to beat that.
Like,
No, you have to play forever.
That's like each like if you want to count Ichiro, like
he still
his
did beat him.
he did
Yeah. Oh, you're talking with his.
with his Japanese
Yeah,
career.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
but then again, you got to think Ichiro played a long time in the Japanese.
Yeah. Well,
League.
that's just baseball overall hits, but I mean MLB hits. No, nobody's sniffing
Oh
Pete
no,
Rose.
I think like think about like home runs too. Like Barry Bonds. I don't think anyone's ever going to catch Barry Bonds.
Probably not the way injuries and stuff are, and
725 is a lot.
it's a lot of home runs.
That's a
Can't use-
lot.
Can't use roids anymore.
You got to think. Albert Pujols played for a long
time.
time,
He hit,
and
what,
he
6?
603.
Just barely over 6.
It was
Yeah.
like 602, 603. That he played for a long time. He lied about his age, but he played for a long time. They're like, I think they said he was,
He's older than what he
They-
was.
yeah, which was, I think he was like, they said he was like 18, but really he was 16, which just to get to the league,
I do what you gotta do, bro.
which Pete Rose did the same thing, didn't he? Something similar to that.
I know that Pete Rose is.
I don't.
I don't know. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't know.
I don't think Pete Rose did something like that.
Pete Rose
I don't
also
think-
played like every position.
Yeah, I think he just had like an uncle in the organization.
just-
He's
Yeah.
like, hey, take him. They're
He
like,
was just
"Oh,
a ball
sure."
player, man.
Yeah. He not the most talented guy.
No.
He just knew
What was
he's
it?
Pete Rose was like would be the perfect slow pitch softball player.
Yeah, because he can pick where he wants to hit it.
Yeah, that's like the perfect player right there. Like,
Well, I wonder what was his like average.
God, I hate playing slow pitch. When we play those older guys, like when you're playing older guys, you're like, fuck, dude, because you're like they can drop it right in front of me, in the gap, over me, through the middle.
Anywhere they want the ball to be.
Yep, they'll just put it there. That's how Pete Rose was with hitting. Same as
Damn.
Etrio.
That's kind of crazy, bro.
Like the two greatest pure hitters, I think it's Etrio and Pete Rose.
That many hits, and you know his career batting average
Probably like
303.
who?
Pete Rose.
That's not like no one's ever gonna like Tony Glenn. No one's gonna beat
That's
his
insane, bro.
his strikeout record or his batting average.
Dude, put the man in the hall already.
Nah, he gambled on baseball, Gary. So, going back to football, did you guys see that Jaden Daniels and Malik Neighbors stuff?
Yeah.
$10,000.
Yeah,
You know that's
yeah.
you know you're
for
not.
rookie of the year
Yeah, you can't do that.
because you're not supposed to be like betting.
You can't gamble on any sorts under NFL policies.
Well,
Wow.
Any sorts, even like a friendly, like you can't do that.
They're
friendly
gone.
side bet. So you can't do any friendly side bets like that.
No, it's gambling. Who cares?
I mean, they could have just kept it quiet.
Honestly, dude, let these fucking people bet on sports.
no.
Because the thing about it, like,
But you can't bet. But you can't bet your unders.
yeah, like I'm going
We're
for overs
against your
today,
team.
boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't bet against your team, and you
You have
can't
to
bet the
turn in.
unders.
You have to turn in all bet slips before games.
Yes,
I like that,
dude. You know how much incentive players would have?
I got that money.
That
on
would
the
bring
line,
back
baby.
that would bring back the college football vibe to the NFL. Because you watch college football, it's a completely different environment. Because these
Yeah.
kids are out there playing for something.
They want to win. Yeah,
NFL, they got that
they
shit.
made it. Yeah.
You got let them go out there and try to get more money. Like, oh, dude, yeah, Burrow's like, I'm gonna throw for over 440 today. I want to see the motherfucker throw for over
You'd be
440.
seeing some sideline chirping like, "Hey, I took your fucking over." Like,
Yeah. Dude,
I'm gonna see you after this.
dude, if you let
Poor
MLB
running
players
back,
bet,
though.
that would be insane.
I mean, Otani does it.
Like you see,
Yeah,
like
I mean,
and like if it's public to where like the other team can see like the bets, you're like, oh, Zach Wheeler wants over 5.5 strikeouts. I'd just be bunting the shit out of balls.
I mean, that's true. I mean, they do anyway. I mean, they never know if, like, say I was in the MLB, I'm like, hey, take my cash. Didn't wire you anything. Take my cash and put a bet in for me.
How'd that NBA player get caught?
I don't even
how
know.
did he do it? Did he have like was he doing it on the phone?
Yeah, I think he was
Jonte
doing.
Porter or whatever.
Yeah, I think he was doing it on
Yeah.
his phone.
Yeah, and they
He
said,
got banned from the league, didn't he?
yeah, it was
Yeah.
mostly because he was
Yeah.
betting his unders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They said, part of my take said that he hit a 3-pointer one time, and he said, "Fuck," like he hit a 3, like he made it, and he's like that.
Why even shoot it then?
I mean, you can't make it too obvious.
Right? You can't go up there like rain dance and just.
I'm saying just be like I'm a big man because he's not like a.
He probably had a wide open 3. Like,
Like, why would you
I
not
don't
take
shoot.
that?
he still wants to
But-
put- anyway,
He's a
that's an
center,
easy way
bro.
to get out of it. You have cash only.
Dude, sometimes I'd be watching, especially the NBA. I'd be watching. I'm like, dude, you're screwing me right now. You bet against what I put down. I know you did. Because I thought, was it Bam in the playoffs last year or 2 years ago? I was watching. I'm like, dude, you easily could have had that bucket. I need him over 15 and a half. Dude just could not make a fucking layup. I'm like, you are 12 foot tall.
That's why, like, you tell me, like, all the refs in every single regular season game, like, you're really vetting them as far as, like, their betting.
Right? No.
They're
Yeah,
betting.
it ain't like the 90s where like they're tied to mobs or
yeah.
anything like that. But man, I think it's just sports, man, they're a fun thing. The environment of sports are even better. Like,
Nothing like sweating out a bet, too. Like,
sweating out of bed's probably it'll get your adrenaline pumping.
Bro, that's like with the Derby. We should have tailed with my brother.
Mystic Dan.
We should have tailed Mystic Dan. We took a different
Domestic product.
Should have been Saratoga. Everyone knows it should have been Saratoga.
My first and probably my last year betting on that damn race.
And all that hype. It's like,
I'll have another.
No, actually, that wasn't my first year betting on the race. I
we
think
bet on it the one year when we
we
were
bet-
watching it together. I
yeah,
don't remember where we were. We were eating.
we were at
somewhere.
a.
I think it was a.
Oh no, not Hooters, but a place like Hooters. What is that?
Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks.
Yes, yeah.
That's where we were. That's the first year I watched the Derby.
Yeah, because we were like watching on the screen, walking out too.
Well, it was like Lightning or something like that. One of the horses were.
Yeah.
I forget what his name was. I think that's why we chose it because of the name. Why we chose domestic product.
Yeah.
Mystic Dan never would have been my pick if I had to be honest.
Yeah, no, I was. It's like
I thought about it.
Dim-
I'm like, first off, the name Dan's in there. I'm like, okay.
Mystic.
Yeah, but
Pretty cool name.
What was it? Western Saratoga. That was a great name.
Yeah, that's a pretty funny name.
Should have won.
Well, we're gonna end it there, fellas. We're at an hour. It is
Oh, wow.
7:36. Time flies when we're having fun. We will see you guys next week. Thank you for joining, and have a good night.
See you.
See you.